What's good, y'all? Hold on. So sorry that lighting is so shitty nowadays, but remember, it's about the message. I hope you guys are doing well. Okay. So, um, this message is gonna start off with a download. And welcome to your Capricorn and Chosen One channel. Okay, guys. I know I didn't do the usual, you know, because my day started off with just spiritual attacks. Okay, so this is a timeless message, okay, from the Holy Spirit, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ, uncloaked, uncontaminated, uncompromised. All right. So, I mean, let's just say, because I'm a part of the collective, right? So my days are almost always starting off with spiritual attacks, unfortunately, until God like does something about that. The situations that are out of my control. Also, what is in my control, that's, while we're here, right? I love doing this. This is a part of my coping skills, per se. Well, I prefer this in the front. Okay. All right, let's get it cracking. Well, today was like, and when I say today, like I just woke up maybe like hour and a half to 2 hours ago. Did a few things. But in the midst of doing those few things of getting myself together and all the rest of that, it was just like constant provoking, constant triggering when it comes to things that are out of your control, right? So there's a lot of emotional management that has to be done if you don't want to make emotionally driven decisions that could be sabotaging towards you, right? So again, I'm a part of the collective. So for my Capricorns and my chosen ones, some of you guys could be, going through something similar, right? Where you are in situations that are making you feel like, dang, you're trying to get shit done here with chop wood, trying to get shit done. You're trying to, you know, accomplish things that you need to do for you in whatever capacity that is, right? Either in work, your personal life, family, relationships, or a combination of all, right? And you feel like there's this energy of resistance, this energy of, you know, why does it feel like when I'm trying to take a step forward or get things done or whatever the case may be that is of a positive nature, there seems to be this pushback or this again, this resistance, okay? And that is by no coincidence. Because remember, when it comes to spirituality, there's signs, symbols, and synchronicities. So again, free will, right? We make your decisions. So please make sure you put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay. The number 6 or the number 42 could be significant to you. Okay. It's like you guys are being guided to do what you can while you're in like this season of, and everybody's going to be in different seasons while watching this, right? This could be past, present, or future information for you. So if you feel like you are in a season that is not delightful, to do what you can, right? While God is working on what you can, or this is what you're being guided to do. Okay. We have building blocks. You've been working on something, okay, or you're being guided to, okay, while you are in this waiting season or this season of, it's just really giving waiting season, okay, or coming out of that, right? Working on something, the number 28 or the number 10 can be significant to you, like the end of building something so that something new can begin, okay, or something new is going to begin with you and whatever you have built here, whether this is by yourself, okay. Yeah, it's like something's being cleaned up with whatever um you have been building, Yeah, go a distance. Even if you don't feel like you're seeing the progress that you want to now, keep going with whatever projects it is that you're working on. And don't get it twisted, because let me acknowledge, sometimes when you are getting some sort of resistance, okay, or you're experiencing unfavorable results, sometimes that can be an indicator that, hey, this area is not for you or right now. For this reading, that's not the case. It's been spiritual warfare that's been getting in the way of certain things. So, like demonic interference, okay? Hey, I hope all has been well with you. And this spiritual warfare, everyone is like overcoming. Okay, yeah, like go the distance. So, we have a community here. Yeah, we have all that glitter. So there's been a community in this community. So it could be referred to like a group of people or secret society or organization that's well known, okay, or people at your job or family members, whatever the case may be, friends, lovers, a combination. Okay. It's like indicating how far some energies were willing to go to sweep you off the map, sweep whatever you were building off the map here. Okay. So you had to go, or you're being guided to go the distance. Whatever that looks like for you, that's within your capacity and all the rest of that, right? When it comes to your community. Um, and not just any community, right? You want to make sure you have a good support system that is for you. Trying to overcome. I'm right there with you. Okay. So gotta say, keep going. But be aware that there are energies that's trying to like sweep your shit out the door here. Like, okay. You could also feel like you are like being overworked and underpaid. Remember how her sisters and her stepmother treated her like shitty? So, whether this is in a work scenario, friend, relationship, whatever, a multitude of areas, you don't feel like you're being treated correctly. So, those could be situations that's out of your control that you have given to God or you're being guided to, okay? While you're working on things, building things, okay, building a business or a project, whatever the case is here, a family. Breathe in reverse. Yeah, it's been hard to have peace for you guys. Some of you guys could be feeling ill or overcoming illness. Oh my gosh, look at the bottom of the deck. Peace in reverse. Yeah, you feel like it's hard to like. Yeah, it's gonna be some truth unfolding here. Where truth be told. Oh, well, hopefully God is going to. Well, hopefully God is going to provide a relief. Who wants to go through it for a long time just to get that relief, right? Like, it's catch 22. Because of course there's lessons in the journey and always and so on and so forth. Um, Also on another tip, who wants to continue to go through things that they don't want to have to go through, you know. So let's get into the story. It's like you guys can like see like the table. I'm shuffling. Let's get it cracking. Okay. So, Holy Spirit, what do we have for this storyline here? Oh, and I almost forgot as well. This download. And not even a download, it's experiences too. So again, like I said, I'm a part of the collective. So this is also what I've been experiencing. And yeah, so dark galactic beings, okay? Um Chopwood is also referring to as clearings. You guys are gonna need to get a house clearing, okay? But not just any house clearing. You need to get a psychic surgeon to do a house clearing for you. Now, don't get it twisted. I understand And some of you guys may be able to, I mean, you can do this too. You can go in the spirit realm and do a spiritual house clearing. Um, where you are removing the implants and the imprints and so on and so forth that's in the house. You may also want to get someone to help you that may be able to see the certain things that you cannot, right? Because one of the factors that's been happening, and I've been seeing people like say this, I've been seeing people like say this, hey, what's going on with the water? What's going on with the water? My skin is drying out. And don't get it twisted. Sometimes it can be because you literally have, right? We have to balance spirituality with practicality. Sometimes it could be because you have like backed up dirt or, mold or something in your, bathroom or your faucet or whatever the case may be, your spout, your rod or whatever the case may be. But other times it's because of other factors. And again, entertainment purposes. But for those that know, or you're about to learn, okay, there are like evil extraterrestrials, okay, in addition to principalities, and you may refer to them as demons, all right. Uh, they've been putting like negative energy in the water supply, okay? And it's been filtering through people's households, right? So that is not good for our skin. Um, it actually damages the life force because if you see my other readings, I do talk about how in regards to the Akashic records, we are supposed to have a way longer life force than we do now, right? But again, knowledge is power. And when people don't know, right? And they're going off of the 3D programming, you are not going to know how to even approach the situation or even ask questions as to, okay, well, what do I do to fix this to extend my longevity? Because it's more than just food, though it is a factor. It's more than just, you know, having good health, physicality. You have to address spirit. You have to address a lot of things, if not everything, spiritually, because as above, so below. Okay, so a part of your water supply and your food supply being poisoned is also due to those that have been sending black magic as well. Okay. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, somebody has been trying to very long time. Okay, with the Star card being here, with the Four of Pentacles being reversed, rejection here. This is someone that, or opportunity or a place that feels like home for you, or that felt like home for you. You decided to go towards a connection or more things or an environment that feels like home, so that required you and or is going to require you to reject people, places, and circumstances that does not serve you. So someone and or a situation or organization is trying to disturb your peace because you're not pouring energy into them, or you don't want to work for them, or you don't want to be with them. We've gotten this energy before. So this energy is still playing out. So Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I don't like this because we have two energies of Pentacles being out here, right? And both of them are in reverse. The Fool card here. The Devil card in reverse. So this, because you went to go do what you needed to do for you, which is not a bad thing, right? Whoever's on whatever side of the story. It's like Ace of Pentacles, money, resources being withheld from you as a form of punishment. Okay. Um, yeah. and Four of Pentacles in reverse. Now, don't get it twisted. Five of Pentacles, because this is giving Five of Pentacles energy in whatever way: health, money, combination of things. Okay, friendships, connections. It's giving loss. Okay, so experiencing a lot of loss here as you are trying to build, clean, and clear up things out of your life, right? Um, and or this is what they're trying to do. Flip the energies as you see fit, put yourself outside of the story as you see fit, take what resonates with the rest behind. Okay. Yeah. See, eight of cups here. Yeah, you left. You guys left a situation that wasn't very giving, right? It wasn't promising. It wasn't stable. Okay. It wasn't doing you any good with whatever capacity this is here. And you went towards something that was, or you're being guided to go towards more something that is more fulfilling. Okay. When it comes to an area of work or family or connection. Okay. Something that you know you'll have a cause to celebrate. Okay, or this is what's coming up for you after going through this period of loss and misfortune. hmm Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles in reverse here. There's a connection that's not being given the proper resources. This also could have been a connection or a couple that, and for some of you guys that had a part to play in this, okay? Speaking of a part to play, Knight of Wands in reverse with the Justice card in reverse. Yeah, this was a very unfair situation. Okay. Um, Eight of Swords in reverse here. You could see clearly about this. You could have like mental clarity about how this couple or these groups of people or these secret societies or your family, how basically like was trying to play you. Yeah, somebody scammed you, got scammed, conned. Okay, out of some sort of fortune, something was not good. We've gotten this energy before, but because it keeps coming up in different ways. Okay, so that means something about this is still playing out, and this could be, dang, oh yeah, I was shuffling. Uh, that truth be told card we saw earlier in the reading, that could be the truth that's being told. Whoever has been manipulating and playing around when it comes to your resources, your money, how you eat, how you're supposed to live, okay? And for some of you guys, this is people right up under your nose that you live with this four wands here, okay? Now, some of you guys, you could be somebody could have also cheated in a marriage or connection that you're going to be finding out about too, which is also why resources have not been coming in because they were going out towards other parties. Okay. Again, all unfair. Injustice. This was on purpose. This was intentional. They came out together. Okay. Yeah, you're seeing clearly about where something was going, Six of Pentacles, where something went, where something was who something was given to. Okay, while you had to suffer. Ten of Wands here. This was a lot of responsibility, so you could have been going through a lot of responsibility, had a lot of burdens on your back. Okay, it looks like this is also another form of responsibility where, let's say, whatever you're doing now, like if you feel like you're working hard, you just may not be seeing the fruit, or you may have still a lot of responsibilities. But it looks like also too simultaneously, as peace is being restored, and balance is being restored here, right? Being more in a soft life type of energy here with the yin energy, the feminine energy, no gender energy. Um, looks like you are going to be able to, because this is the first pentacle that I've seen in its upright position. You're going to be able to be in a position of being blessed, having more than enough to like save, invest, spend comfortably, right? And also be a blessing to others that God gives you permission to be and do, right? Um, but it looks like you still may have some form of responsibility, which you may have more support with carrying this, right? But it's just the simple fact that someone tried to again wipe you off the map to begin with here, right? Because we have the numbers 42, 6, 28, 10, 1, and the number 29, which is 11 here. We have 11, 11. Okay, so doors and opportunities opening, but it looks like someone tried to block those roads here as well by causing losses and rejections here. So this was not your imagination. Um, you know, because we do have a soul contract, right? We do have karmic debt and things of that nature that we have to be, oh, and judgment has been called and is being, is it's this is the time for judgment here. Judgment on this group and their wicked ways here with this King of Cups energy. These people who are in powerful positions, but they're corrupt. Okay, they don't have any morals. They don't have any integrity except to those that are doing the same fucked up shit as them, and barely that, right? Um, yeah, all of that is being revealed. Their plots, their evil plots here with the Three of Pentacles, and what they did to you, the underhanded things. Okay, um, but yeah, now but also, um, this is terrible, guys. Um, this is terrible. I mean, this is the same energy that we've been getting, okay? And it looks like with this cheating thing here too, like this could have also been a connection that was attacked as well. So not just your finances, but for some of you guys, your love life too. And trying to keep you from that. Trying to why? Holy Spirit, why? Why is this energy trying to still keep um creating blockages and difficulties and hurdles and stuff from something that these energies are literally supposed to receive or get or be or do, because they don't want you leaving them. So for some of you guys, because this landed, but I tell you, this is landed right on the Eight of Cups upright. This is the Lovers Gemini energy. So they don't want you leaving this connection. They don't want you leaving this friendship, this situationship, this work environment. Okay, they don't want you to leave. Okay, but this is but the Lovers card also represents a choice too, right? So this you chose to leave. They don't want you to. But you this is your own free will. So this is about someone trying to control and manipulate your free will choices here by either physically manipulating things and or doing it spiritually, which still as above so below. Okay, which explains this resistant type of energy that you've been in, this demonic interference energy that you've been experiencing. You have to be mindful of taking things as coincidences, okay? Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's what people that practice this unfortunately do. Like when people don't plant good seeds and seeds in the form of different ways, treating people with kindness and not being perfect because nobody's perfect, right? Um, nobody's perfect. However, nobody said be a menace, right? However, when you do these dark things, you start losing the ability to manifest positive fruit for yourself, right? So uh that means they start living off of other energies that plant the good seeds, which is bad, right? So then the people that are planting these good seeds wonder why they're having a harder time manifesting, or why it's taking a little bit longer, or why certain things are not coming together like it would. And not everything's not due to black magic, but a lot of things are. Even if a person doesn't know that they're with their actions that they're taking is a black magic, right? And so unbindings is important. Psychic surgeries are important. Okay, clearings are important here. Um, and it looks like this energy is still trying to block some positive movement forward here. It looks like they're still trying to keep some form of money here, money resources. It still looks like in real time this energy is still trying to do this, or these energies, these groups, and so on and so forth here. Okay. And mind you, not all of this is targeted from the physical realm. Some of this is literally being targeted just from behind the scene. These dark galactic beings, these dark extraterrestrials that I was talking about earlier. They literally. So if you guys have seen the movie Weapons, at the beginning of the movie, and I've talked about this before in another reading, they literally show a spaceship on top of a house. Right? It's cloaking itself. Okay. And now, mind you, they say that movie is based off of a true story. Now, for those of you guys that watch Gaia, if you watch like the Discovery Channel or these history channels that talk about you know extraterrestrials and how they, and I don't feel like it's right how they get captured and stuff like that, because I feel like that's why they get mad at us. But anyway, so basically, for those that know, you okay, and if you don't want to believe, then hey, entertainment purposes only, right? So basically, that's not just for show. Like there are literally spaceships on other people's houses, and they are latched on to people's open chakra wombs, open portals. They're latched on with their psychic cores, siphoning the energy from the house and you. Okay. And what they do, what they've been doing to accelerate this life sucking force process, because when they suck the life force out of you, that's going to them. Okay. That's the only reason they've been able to be as intelligent and powerful as they are, in a sense, because they've been stealing from the Lord through us. Okay. And but that's why we have to know our worth, and knowing our worth goes much deeper than what people have been taught. It goes much deeper than the affirmation. Okay. And so basically so if you can imagine, right, or if you've seen the movie, if you can remember that spaceship, and now just imagine it on different people's houses, cloaking. Not the same look, it's different forms and different type of spacecrafts in the spirit realm. If you can imagine that on top of different people's houses, not everyone's, imagine them putting different implants and dark programmings down your pipes. So when you using water, or you're showering, or you trying to brush your teeth and stuff like that, and you wondering, well, why my skin getting so dry? And you have a pretty much decent diet. You use pretty decent products, not with a whole lot of crap in it, right? That's just not coming from nowhere. That's not just your imagination. However, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so they've been poisoning the water supply. Now, think about it. You make a dish, you make some food, and you're using that water, right? Or that energy is on you. That's tainted. They taint the food. But let me tell you, when you have open portals inside, you have these entity attachments and so on and so forth, and or you are residing, or you have someone that's visiting you, and mind you, they could be sweet as pie. We're talking about energy, like it's not like they want this energy or whatever the case may be. It's just happening. But again, if you don't know that these things exist, or that it happens spiritually as above so below, you won't know what's factoring into an issue you're going through. Again, knowledge is power, and you can't do anything with information you genuinely don't know or have, right? So you have, let's say you have like a hook, or you have an imprint or implant, and these energies are using it as a portal to come into you or latch on. You cooking, it's latching on to you, or it's trying to hold on to you, and then put its finger or astral project, or beam on some negative energy on your food. But because you not paying attention, or you don't see, or you don't feel clairsentiently, clairvoyantly, right? Or you're not getting the downloads claircognizantly, or however else, which for a lot of you guys is not your fault, because our bodies are so obsolete because of a lot of trauma we have accumulated over the years, and because of the stuff that I'm talking about now as contributing factors of making it difficult for people to utilize their spiritual gifts. You having Imagine you're supposed to be having the lifespan of 10,000 years, for example, hypothetically speaking. But you're only living 75 out of that 10,000 years because you're being sex trafficked in the spirit realm and you don't know, right? Or you're drinking these implants, or these implants and these dark programs, you're showering with them, and you don't know that, and you don't know to clear that. And so it's sucking the life force out of you, or you don't know about entity attachments or parasites, or how to remove them or clear them as often. So they're sucking the life force out of you, pumping it through psychic cords back to the kingdom of hell, or whoever's doing the black magic, right? Everything is not about karmic debt, though some parts are. Okay, I know I went through the uncharted territories. Hello, welcome to Billy Goat's prophetic vessel. We got a message for you. Also, if you guys would like to purchase some journals, okay, these are on Amazon. If you need something to write your to-do list on, okay, you be forgetting shit. All right, go ahead and purchase you one. The link is already in the description box of this video right now. Okay, so if you be having dreams and you need to write something down, go ahead and copy one. Okay, like I said, these are on Amazon, with the link for these are in the description box. Okay, if you want to write down your scriptures, okay, your assignments, go ahead, copy one. What's stopping you? Okay, and if you want to add a deck to your collection, we have oracle decks on deck. Okay, go ahead and copy one. This is We Need to Talk. Okay, this is created by us, Dawn Spiritual Guidance. Dawn Spiritual Guidance, that's our other platform. If you would like to follow us on our other social media sites, or our other YouTube platform, those links are in the description box as well. Okay, this other deck is called What They Got to Say. All right, now I do have videos of me using these decks, several of them. If you want to scroll or look on the social media platforms to see pics. Okay, but you can purchase both of these decks in the links is in the description box. Okay, oh my gosh. Anyway, so that's what I was talking about. But yeah, spiritually, where a lot of people are not living the full lifespans that they are supposed to. Okay, so I'll just say that. But of course, and it's a lot of that is due to black magic, right? And then a lot of people don't know about energy. When you walk by a lot of people, you pick up their shit sometimes. And when you're not clearing that shit off, 444 on the time when I was saying that, when you're not clearing that shit off, or have a routine where it accompanies that, because I understand life be life, and you know, but sometimes some of that life be life, and it's because of that negative residue that you could build a routine around it, clear off, but again, easier said than done. Um, Especially if it's happening a lot. That's a part of that black magic. When you go around different people and they don't know they got hexes and curses that somebody's trying to put on them or what case like that, you picking some of that shit up, especially if you got somebody that's trying to do that shit too, that can be energetic residue that's weighing on you that got shit that you need to clear off. Okay. While God is working on the things that's out of your control, keep building, keep doing your projects, even if you are not seeing the results that you would like to see. Okay. If they disturbing your peace, understand that God is restoring that. Okay. If you feel like you not getting that soft life coming soon, if not, you walking into it right now. Okay. Oh, whatever season this is for you, this is kind of like just letting you know, like this is not your imagination. You have been targeted. You guys have been targeted by demonic forces. Okay. They have been, and we've gotten readers. This is coming out again. So they have been working in cahoots. So we have spiritual private eye investigators. I'm hearing the good ones and the bad ones. The bad ones, they've been stalking and watching you. Some of them have been the watchers, the fallen angels. Okay. The other ones have been the good ones, and they have been a part of your jurisdiction case. Some of you guys need to get you a spiritual legal jurisdiction energy that has the authority to work with the Holy Spirit, uncloak, examine, and uncompromised to nullify and void out different promises and vows and like clean up like look at some paperwork, okay, to make sure no forgery was happening, make sure that no one that was cloaked in your energy signed over some things. Mm, my ears ringing. So yeah, y'all, some of y'all that's watching this, you need to do some spiritual work in the sense of, oh yeah, because I don't know if you guys saw my community post, I think almost a week ago, if not close to. I had got a word. My spirit team academy, Holy Spirit, spirit team academy said like they doing they trying to do a attempted destiny swap again. Okay, so that's why. So coming back when I said this, it looks like this is happening like in real time in a sense. Whenever you're coming across this, someone has attempted or is attempting another destiny swap. Whether this them knowing how to do the rituals on their own or paying someone. Um, this is what someone has tried to do here. Okay, so if in the physical realm, if you've been feeling any ailments of any sort, this is an indication of them trying to do this. If you've been feeling any discrepancies in your work, your job, your whatever the case may be, again, adding to this resistance that you've been feeling, okay, that is a part of that. So you can't control what anyone else chooses to do with their free will, right? So therefore, you guys just need to get it clear. You got to clear them. So if somebody is trying to do the swapping, you need to unswap, right? You need to undo the curses that you need to undo the hexes and curses and other binding spell work that they have done. Okay. And again, psychic surgery. So it's basically called spiritual response therapy. There's different types of it, there's different forms of it. Okay. S- and so I am one of them. I am a psychic surgeon. I am taking a waiting list as I am so that when I am ready to take new people, I can reach out to you guys. The link to email me is in the description box. Okay. I am a certified spiritual life coach, a therapist. I am a ordained minister and a whole lot of other things, Reiki practitioner, etc., etc. Okay. So, however, do not wait on your healing if you would like to work with others while you are waiting in pursuit some others another psychic surgeon that is of trustworthy, that is not of false light, because you have to be careful. There are people who do this work and they are of false light, right? They pretend to be of love and light so that they can attract those that they need to attract, right? Hey, and although I am not in the business of putting any hexes on anybody, If you out here telling the truth, that is out here what you do in your business, that is the only thing I will commend you on. At least you being honest. Now, because some people do that as a form of a business, so you have to be careful. Okay. So her name is Jakara. Okay, she has two YouTube platforms, Blooming Lotus Healing, and the other one is called the Akashic Record Channel. She has a website, so you can go on there and make any bookings when it comes to the spiritual response therapy and any other forms of it that she offers, as well as forms of psychic surgery. Okay, to go on your Akashic records and do any necessary clearings that you need to remove any negative energy that's causing any blockages in whatever areas of your life. Okay, when it comes to you and your bloodline. Another one is she has a platform on here too. Spiritual. I think it's called Spiritual Response Therapy. I think her actual platform is called Spiritual Response Therapy. Or if it's not called Spiritual Response Therapy, I think it's called Spiritual Healing Therapy. Where basically she has a lot of clearings on that platform, where you see her using the pendulum. She's going in your records. So these are collective clearings. When you go on their platforms, this is for the collective. When you are contacting them, this is for you to get an individual clearing. Okay. Um, and hey, I listen to those clearings as well. Okay. And I feel like I'm a trustworthy source. However, vet us. All right. Vet us. Not all healers are for you. Okay, so vet any healer that you go to, because not every healer is who they say they are. Side note, again, and vet everyone. Okay, so just like you date people to see who you want to be with or who you want to commit with long term or whatever, for a lot of you, you have to do the same thing with your healers, with your practitioners of any sort, spiritual, medical, right? Hobbies. Okay, all right, so all of that being said, go the distance. Remember, we saw that they went great lengths to swap lives with you, swap partners with you, swap money, just swap. Okay, looks like, and looks like you're finding this out. Okay, this is why, or part of the reason why you didn't receive something. Okay, this is a part of the reason why you were experiencing a lot of losses here, because somebody was trying to live off your energy. They was trying to live as you, be you. This is regardless if they was talking shit about you. Okay, they was hiding the fact that they was doing this. Okay, they was a wolf in sheep's clothing. Whether this was a person, people, groups, different people, or working together. Okay, this is what the scenario was. It was and or is here. They utilize black magic, whether they know that this is what the term is for it or not, for things to go in their favor. Whether this was paperwork, whether this was forgery, whether this was whatever the case is here. And like I was saying, some of you guys, you need to do some spiritual work, in the sense of you need to make sure that there is no spiritual paperwork in your Akashic records that has God's name on it, but it wasn't God that signed it. You need to make sure that nothing has your soul signature on it, but you didn't sign it. You need to make sure that the spiritual paperwork that you did sign wasn't hijacked. You need to check out your soul contract to make sure it wasn't hijacked. You want to talk about healing? You want to talk about shadow work? Let's talk. You want to talk about clearing? Let's talk. Let's clear. Let's heal for real. Right? Let's peel back the layers. Right? Now, let me be clear. When you guys do this, you may experience a little bit more stuff. Well, I'm just trying to be honest, so I understand. 444 on the timer. What's going on? Hustling in reverse. So they're trying to hide the fact that making it rain focused on money, getting it. Okay, so they're having some money issues. That's because everything that they tried to do with you, the swap, the destiny swapping, they keep having to do this over and over because the energy keeps going back to them. Mhm. So here's what you have to understand. No, you cannot control what somebody is doing. Yeah, they're running. They're running from their fate here. Why? Because everything's reversing back to them. Some of you guys, you need to work with God and your spirit team, and your ancestors of love and light, your angels of love and light, uncloaked, uncontaminated, uncompromised. Make sure you say that those three. Because there's demonic beings that like to cloak themselves in your ancestor energy of love and light and other angels of love and light energy. Listen, God said, touch not my anointed. And you know what? Some people, they don't think fat beats greasy sometimes. And you know what? Hey, that's okay, free will. But when God showed you, don't say nothing. Make sure you celebrate your losses like you celebrated somebody else's losses. Right? Make sure you smile and you play like you tried to play in somebody else's face, right? It's giving eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. Make sure you keep that same smile when you get what you did to somebody else done to you. Because what goes around comes back around. It looks like it's coming back around tenfold. 10 of Wands. So these 10 wands that you had to carry, God's giving you double for your trouble. God's giving them double the pain. So this is 20 wands here. Amplify. Shit, I'll be running too. Okay. Somebody was trying to build off your energy. Building blocks. They just drew my attention back to this. They was trying to build off Destiny Swap. They was trying to build off your energy. And this is also tying back to what I was talking about them your food supply, poisoning your food supply and your water supply, and how they've been doing it and all the rest of the case may be. Listen, when they do that, they take that good energy from you and they try to build. They use it as currency. So you think about physicality, physical realm, money, paper, green, right? Well, think about energy. May not be like physical, like this card, right? It's more valuable than money, if you can believe it. Like physical paper, green, more valuable. Um, well, you send it towards the different areas of your life. You use it, right? If you so let's say a person builds that off your energy. They build a whole business and family off your energy, right? Let's say that's what they did or what they tried to do. As a light worker, they depend on you to be in denial. They depend on you to be gaslit. They depend on you to not ever figure out that this is being done. They depend on you to take everything bad that's happening in your life as a regular adversity. That's how black magic thrives. That's how lies thrive. By making sure that the facts and proof and truth never get out. Oh, but baby, once it does, that's when you're able to take action. But you also have to take the action that is good for your presenting problem, right? And so that energy that was not theirs to begin with, that is yours. You start doing what you're supposed to do. See, this is where universal laws come into play, whether you believe in them or not. Okay. And the proof is in the pudding because even it applies to an atheist as well. They're going through the motions of the universal laws. They just don't believe in it. So therefore they don't see it. but that don't mean that they're not going through it. I know why, because I used to be an atheist in another lifetime. Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about truth and facts, right? Because they don't like that. Oh well, right? I've done black magic in other lifetimes. That didn't make it right. Let's talk about it, right? We've never gotten anywhere good by not telling and speaking the facts, right? So, building blocks, build empires off your energy, build tech off your energy. And when I say not just people, I'm talking about in other realms. Use clone your energy in other dimensions and realms and using it. Listen, there's been psychic surgeries that I've done with Holy Spirit. I mean, I've always done psychic surgery. I mean, because God is the one that's doing the surgery, okay, and appointing the angels and of love and light to help and all the rest of that. And there's literally have been curses and implants that He has had to remove. That So remember I was talking about the life force, right? Like going back to the example, if we're supposed to live 10,000 years, or the person is only living like a fraction of they only living like 1% of that. A part of that is due. So there's like implants and curses around clone, like other versions of you that's in other realms. And it has nothing to do with you being a multidimensional being. It's just they're a clone of you. But that clone was created by the kingdom of hell so that they can use you in a form of you without it actually being you. And they attach the psychic core via the curse slash implant. And they siphon it, they pumping, they using that psychic core to pump your energy and light codes and gifts and shit to that clone so they can use that clone how they need to in that whatever dimension and realm. And they need you to not know that. So God has also had to remove memory wipe implants, memory persecution curses because of implants from the brain and other areas that make you forget on purpose, other than the veil of forgetfulness. Because if you remembered and you take your energy back and you killed off that clone, the dark side wouldn't be able to use it. They wouldn't be able to build shit. They wouldn't be able to have shit. Not anything good. Not anything divine. And therefore, everything would crumble. Right? So, going back to the Destiny Swap, going back to anything, right? This is kind of this Destiny Swap energy here, right? Trying to take a throne, trying to take in whatever form of fashion. It's nothing new. This has been done for centuries, but this is the lifetime that people finding out about it. This is the last time that not people only finding out about it, they finding out what to do about it, right? How to maintain. So that's another thing too. Another part of the reason why God may not have given certain things as of yet. It's not because you haven't deserved it. It's because God has been teaching you how to maintain. I'm like, hey, when I give this to you, I want you to not just enjoy. I want you to maintain. I want this to be permanent. Okay, I want you to, but how also at the same time, a part of that is teaching you, giving you the training ground, right? And then also giving you showing you the worst of the worst. Like, hey, this is how you have lost wealth before and not on purpose, or this is how your bloodlines had troubles maintaining. This is what's happening in another lifetime. So this is how you're gonna get it together, and this is how it's gonna stay together, and this is how we're gonna rebuild, and this is how it's gonna stay building the right way. And da 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 da. Right? I'm hearing like this is how we purge the corruption. So it can be more that of love and light. A lot of your enemies that you have in this lifetime, they have been enemies in previous lifetimes. You just ended cycles, closing out chapters, right? So again, going back to the blockages and destiny swappers, shit like that. When somebody's trying to use your energy and then cloak themselves so that they won't get the consequences or whatever the case may be, or you take your power back. When you take your energy back from anything that they use, it if they tried to build a family, they're gonna start arguing. They're gonna start breaking up. They're gonna start because it was built on your energy and you took it back. It was never theirs to begin with. And because of universal law, what goes around comes around. And because of universal law, you're not supposed to be stealing anyway. The stealer will always be in the wrong, and the person that's taking their power back will always be in the right. Okay. There are curses and implants that God has had to remove that literally say, um, host curse, where a person will try to make you a host for curses, so that the things that you touch won't prosper. So you need to definitely have a clearing, especially, you know, um, there are curses and hexes that God has had to remove, um, that prevent people from getting a exorcism. Get out of my motherfucking portal hole. Oh, we got portals back here, y'all. So make sure I'm talking, but hey. Um Well, some of you guys, you need protection back here, like you need to put some frankincense and myrrh prayed over. And you need to put a ceiling back here, again, I'm talking, but at least look, I know. I may not always do what I need to do because life be life, and what I'm teaching. Okay. Catch 22. All right. My team is funny. Listen. But anyway, um, but yeah, I forgot what I was saying just there. It'll come back. It'll come back. They like, that's me swap. Oh yeah. Yeah, when you take your power back, they won't have anything to build off of. Okay. So oh yeah, I was talking about that. Thank you, Holy Spirit. It was like so there's hexes and curses and implants where that the Holy Spirit has had to remove that prevented people from clearing the curses and hexes and um loops for you to keep going through the same thing you had to clear. And dang, it's another one. And you got listen, look. When I saw this shit, I was like, oh my gosh, like no wonder it's like they try to get it to be repetitive and hard as shit to remove. Cause man, okay. But if that other implant come to me, I'll definitely say it in this video or another one. Okay. But anyway, let's finish. We got thieves. See, I'm telling you, these dark galactic beings, these people in the physical realm that keep trying to steal your energy to build off of, so that they can build, so that they can have a family. Because when we steal energy from them, we're able to manifest this. So we're able to buy that. I'm telling you, there's energies right now. They losing they money. They losing. They going through what they tried to put you through. They losing their cars, their homes. They losing their health. They losing everything. They families, everything. They losing their everything because they got it off your energy. And if you've already been taking it back, you've been doing your clearings, right? And things have, more positive things. And if y'all know the rule of thumb of black magic, if it don't stick, it's going back to its senders too. Like it's going automatically back to where it came from. So, because that just made me think about the implant I was trying to tell you guys about. Um, there's an implant where I forgot the exact name, but what it does, let's say the person that's sending the black magic and or the person or people who pay for the black magic or both the practitioner and those that pay for it cloak themselves so that they won't receive the consequences, and that will be reverted or rerouted, you can remove those implants so that if those people who did the black magic try to do that, so that you can remove that, and then it'll go right on back to them. No issue. So then what will happen is that they will start to experience what they wanted to happen for you in whatever degree. It may not happen the same way or in the same time frame, whatever. Okay. Because what goes around is coming back around to begin with. So they may experience a more intense version, the karma version, and more, God's wrath and more. Because anything they built off of false energy, meaning energy that wasn't theirs to begin with, stolen shit, it's crumbling because it wasn't theirs to begin with. Okay, so you, honey, that been saying that they've been attacking you, you didn't deserve that. Okay, those that's watching, whether now, months, weeks, days, years later. Okay, a lot of what you guys went through, you didn't deserve that. Okay, for my chosen ones, my Capricorns, a lot of y'all went through that because you breaking curses. You again, you didn't deserve that training ground. This is the reason why for lifetimes you experience certain losses. This is why for lifetimes your bloodline went through certain things that they shouldn't have went through. Right? Doesn't make it right, and now you're learning it. Okay, certain things you supposed to get. Now you know who was behind it. Okay. Now you know what's behind it. They trying to steal what you, they trying to make shit hard for you, building, thriving, and all the rest of that. And now what they tried to do to you is happening to them. Okay, and they getting pissed off that the shit's happening to them. So it's like, oh, it's supposed to be happening to you. They want to throw another fire. Nah, see. So because they're pissed off that what's happening, what they wanted to happen to you is happening to them. It's like, oh, let's do it again. So so remember at the beginning of the reading, we was talking about provoking. It's like they're pissed off that them steal, they get everything that they've done. They're stealing, them hustling, trying to hustle and all the rest of this shit, throw rock and hide their hand. It's getting caught up, right? They losing everything. Four Pentacles in reverse. They're being rejected for everything, right? They're having the hell of responsibilities and Ten of Wands and shit like that. Everything that they wanted for you, they losing opportunities. Everything that they built off your energy is crumbling like the Humpy fucking Dumpy. Had a great motherfucking fall. Okay? And all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty fucking together again. Okay? Because in this scenario, Humpty Dumpty was looking at everybody. Look at that. Broke ass. For looking down on you, for trying to swap destinies with you, for not giving you what you deserve, paying you what you deserve, overworking you, underpaying you, abusing you to get what you want, doing all different types, whatever. Come to me spells, poverty spells, sex magic, so they can use your energy to build off of. You can use your shit for your own self. And they wondering why life is treating them so bad. Because it's treating you how you was treating everybody else. What the fuck you thought this was? Okay. See, look, rejected. No. That's all. I could never wife her. Only one night her. Women full of lies. I just then pass them to my guys. Okay. So listen, you don't even want to mess with that. You don't even want to do that. Okay. Listen, look. That's how you know. Like, no, this energy is no good. Trash. Okay. You do. So this energy's trash. They cannot be connected to you with these blessings. Okay, with this freedom here, being free from these shitty circumstances. No, this would be a virus to your bloodline. Okay. Us- You need to run. Run. You need to run. Okay. Yeah, this energy is running from that karma. Look. Services. And I know this says child services. And just look, this is the police. This is the law enforcement. Yeah, look, because they try in some cases because they tried to get your business taken, they tried to get your lifestyle, they tried to get your children taken from you. They tried to unalive you, and don't you dare eat any food from them. You want me? Let me tell you what somebody did. Let me tell you what somebody did. They literally tapped into one of the people that and they tapped in because they had some oil holes in their auras and so on and so forth, whatever the case may be. They cloaked themselves. It was thing, and they was basically they poisoned the food as the person was cooking. So it wasn't the person themselves that that poisoned the food. It was the energy that decided to remote view, astral travel, tap in, cloak. And this wasn't just an entity or a dark galactic being that has never had a vessel before. They do that, but this wasn't that at that time with this story that I'm telling you in particular. Okay, I'm just letting you know these things that's been happening for centuries that they've been keeping on the low, and the contributing factors as to why our lifespan is not as long as it should be, and the types of clearings that you need to do in order to elongate with the Holy Spirit. Okay, you can't do a goddamn thing without God, the Father, Creator, God, and Earth, examining and uncompromised. Not no cloak God, not no clone God, not no wannabe God. Okay, so be mindful of taking anything. Okay, but some of you guys, you've been isolated because God has been trying to prevent them from using different people to attack you because they've been listen. I remember being in the gym and being gang stalked in the gym from people who knew how to astral project or remote view through by using different people's eyes, using the implants that and see. What people don't know is that yes, you can have implants. The Holy Spirit has had to remove eye camera and other sensory device type implants from me because they were being utilized by those in the physical and the spiritual realm to spy on me, to look at what I'm looking at. This is why, as well, you wonder why you talk about certain things and all of a sudden you see it pop up on your phone. It's not just because your phone is listening. Sometimes, yes, that is the case. That's not the only case. I'm trying to tell you, we got the tea over here. Listen. All right. We got the juice. But entertainment purposes. Carless. Yeah, they losing everything. Okay. No car repo, car issues. Now this says car. Well, remember, this also goes for health, right? This also goes for money. This goes for their love life. Everything that they wanted for you is literally reversing and happening to them because they wanted to hide the fact that they was being a happiness headed. They didn't want to see you happy. They didn't want to see you happy with nobody else, so they attacked your relationship. They didn't want to see you happy with money. They didn't want you leaving them. Right, going back to this lovers card here with the 8 of Cups here, you went on and you did what you had to do for self love. You made a tough decision whether you wanted to do this or not. They didn't like the fact that you did it. They didn't like the fact that you rejected them. Whether this was a business, lover, or friendship, whatever the case may be, family, it didn't make it right, or you flip the energies as you see fit. No, they tried to block your roles. They tried to block your positive movement forward. In some cases, they tried to destiny swap and do this multiple times. Okay, for some of you guys, they crazy. They do this every fucking day, right? They don't want to stop. Okay, Queen rising because you are the shit. They can't stand it. Okay? Stepping into your power, praise coming up, spotlight. They didn't want you finding this shit out. They didn't want you finding this shit out because, again, this stuff thrives with you not knowing. So now that you know, pop your fucking shit. Okay? Because a real genuine person that pop that shit know it's enough piece of the pop for everybody. And people who pop that shit as a light worker is never perfect, but they know that we are all one. And all we want is happiness and unconditional love. So why the fuck wouldn't we all just fight for that to begin with? So one more card. I'm bothered. Yes. Okay, sweetheart. Look at that. So a lot of you guys, you about to have a new connection if you don't already. Okay. Yeah, and you finna be unbothered. And this energy over here that keep trying to like tap into you and do this shit to you, they don't like the fact that you unbothered. Okay, they don't like the fact that you keep dodging their attacks or shit like that. Yeah, because they obsessed with you. Did not just say this energy is motherfucking crazy. Whoever the fuck this is, you, whatever the case may be. Yeah, they don't want you to know the fact that they have to file bankruptcy. Which, hey, I mean, you still able to do shit when you file bankruptcy. If you need to consolidate or do what you need to do what you need to fucking do. Okay, but when you ask people that's trying to sabotage and all the rest of this shit, look, listen, you deserve this peace. Everything is being restored. Everything is being restored tenfold, like Joe. Okay, yeah. Thinking, this shit could have put you in your head a lot. Yeah, going through these changes, 23-5. And I mean, listen, all numbers got light and shadow sides to them, just like everybody has a lot of shadow side to them. Yeah, to be fair, God is making this shit fair. Okay, all this worrying and stressing and all the rest of the shit that God is making this shit fair. You might not see the changes yet, okay, but God, like why? Like why, God? Why? What's taking so long? Okay, God is moving. God is moving. Okay, God feels and knows your pain, suffering, and agony, and will make up for every drop. Okay, so that's what we got for you. Thank you all for your love and support here. It's truly, truly appreciated. And always remember, you make your decisions. Peace out. Deuces.